Hello guys and good day again. Ito na naman ako para mag-discuss ng inyong experiment 2, which is also known as colloids. Now in this discussion guys, I will discuss the principles involving our laboratory activity number 2. Now, as natin dito are the preparation of colloidal solution, which is the sol, the calcium acetate gel formation, and calcium acetate solution, smoke, and properties of colloidal dispersion such as semi-permeability to dialysis, adsorption, Tyndall effect, viscosity, and Donan membrane equilibrium. Now, let's start our discussion. Now, the objectives of our laboratory activity number 2 are to prepare colloidal dispersions, to differentiate colloidal dispersions from true solution and suspensions, to identify the properties of colloidal dispersions, to observe semi-permeability of membranes to colloidal dispersions. Okay, procedure. Now, first and foremost, dito sa ating discussion is nag-prepare tayo ng ferric hydroxide salt or colloids. Now, ang ginawa natin guys, ito, magpainit ng beaker sa may hot plate na naalagay doon sa may hot plate with aluminum foil. Mag-add ng dropwise of ferric chloride solution. And then, ayan, mag-drop pa lang ng mag-drop hanggang wala na matirang kulay. And then, kapag uminit na siya, ayun, palamigin mo. Ayun. So, mga ganun. After heating, guys, palalamigin mo siya at room temperature. And kapag lamig na siya, wala, meron ka ng ferric hydroxide salt. So, that is the preparation of colloidal solution. Nagagamitin natin yan, guys, sa may viscosity. Okay, next naman is the calcium acetate gel. Ngayon, ang mangyayari dito, guys, you just add a saturated calcium acetate in a test tube and then add ethanol, makapag-form ka ng gel. So ano ba nangyayari doon? Since the calcium acetate is already a saturated solution, the ethanol will decrease the solubility of our calcium acetate forming a gel. Pero dito, hindi siya nag-form ng gel. Now, meron kasi isang PowerPoint dito, guys. Nasaan ba siya? Okay, hindi ko siya makita. Kasi nandito pa siya at hindi naka-open. And by the way, guys, ayun nga yung mga naging discussion natin. Actually, meron tayong mga hindi nagawa sa ating sa ating experiments. Actually, dalawa yun. Kasi hindi na nakapag-demo. Pero anyway, let's do that part. Okay, sige. Okay, nag-open ang PowerPoint natin. Sorry for that inconvenience. Okay, let's proceed to our discussion habang nag-open. And the next naman is emulsion. Ngayon dito, guys, kasi dun sa may emulsion natin, wait lang. Sorry for the inconvenience kung napuputo lang ating discussion. Ayan. Okay, discuss ko lang ulit. Ito yung na-form natin kanina na salts na ferric hydroxide natin. Ayan. Kapag tinapatan nyo siya, magkakaroon ng Tyndall effect. Dahil ito, meron silang repellence to each other. Then sa calcium acetate gel naman, ang principle nun is the ethanol will decrease the solubility. Ganon. And then next naman natin is yung emulsion. Emulsion natin, na mangyayari doon guys, mag-a-add tayo sa may test tube ng water, then add benzene. Magkakaroon dito ng insoluble layer. May dalawang layer dito, benzene and water. And then, di ba, since benzene is a non-polar and water is polar, para silang tubig at langis, hindi sila naghahalo. And then, kapag nag-add ka ng detergent solution, magkakaroon tayo ng micelle. Okay, micelle, ganun. Tapos, ang mangyayari doon, magpo-form ka na ng colloids of ano ba yung na-disperse na yon. Ang na-disperse na yun, guys, is yung benzene natin. Benzene micelle with, ito yung itsura niya para hindi ka bulan. Ito, micelles of benzene containing in water. Tapos, ang dispersing medium natin, guys, is yung ating water. So, therefore, kapag-create ka na ng colloidal dispersion, which meets our objective. Now, dito naman sa smoke, guys, ang gagawin nyo lang dito is, hindi naman tayo naninigarilyo, no? Ang gawin nyo na lang is, magsindi kayo ng posporo, observe nyo na smoke, yun na yun, ilagay nyo sa may observation. So, ano ba mangyayari doon, guys? Ang pan kasi doon, guys, is yung, parang ito, sa may ating pa. Yun kasing smoke natin is ng solid aerosol. Wow, solid aerosol. So, next time, pag nakita kayo ng smoke, wow, that's solid aerosol. Alam niyo ba yun? It's a colloid. Ano yung na-disperse doon? Solid. Ano yung dispersing medium? Gas. So, it is a solid aerosol na it is a type of colloid, guys. Now, yun, observe nyo lang siya and makakita yung smoke na yung solid is na-disperse dun sa may gas. Okay, next naman natin is the properties of colloidal dispersion sa may semi-permeability to dialysis. Ngayon, meron tayong YouTube video dito kasi nga hindi siya nagawa sa may laboratory kasi kinulang kami dun sa may oras. Okay, ngayon kunin na natin is sa starch natin. Okay, sa starch natin, ito, sa may dialysis, ito. Ang nangyari kasi dito, guys, is, wait. Okay. Ang nangyari dito, we all know this. Hindi ko siya ma-post. Ang mangyayari kasi dito, di ba, is yung nasa graduated cylinder natin is yan yung I2KI solution. And then yung nilagay dito sa ating natin, dito, sa ating cellophane bag is a starch siya. Is a starch. So ano ba mangyayari, guys? Okay, punta tayo sa main paint natin. Ngayon mangyayari dito is, okay, you have this, suppose this is the graduated cylinder. Okay, suppose na palaki na natin siya. And then sinuspend nyo dito yung starch solution natin, starch solution. So may mga particles dito. Now, syempre, di ba, ayan, sabi dun sa may video, yung cellophane bag, siya yung nag-act as a cell. Which membrane? Namang membrane natin, ito, yung cellophane bag natin acts in as a semi-permeable membrane. During dialysis kasi guys, magkakaroon tayo ng process of osmosis. So ano ba nangyayari sa osmosis? Diba? We all know that the I2KI solution, siya ang mas maraming solvent. While the starch solution, mas kaunti yung solvent niya. So ang tendency nun, through semi-permeable membrane, magkakaroon ng process of osmosis, papasok yung solvent, kasama na yung mga I2KI solutions natin dito sa ating cellophane bag. And ayun, magkakaroon na tayo dito, magmi-mix na sila. And then, di ba, kung ma-recall ninyo yung ating qualitative analysis sa ating carbohydrates, yung I2KI or potassium iodide and iodine solution na pinag-mix doon sa may starch, pagkakaroon ng blue solution, which is a metal ligand complex. So, ganun mangyayari. After some time, kapag ni-remove mo ito sa may step 2 natin, di ba, magiging blue yung solution natin. Kasi nga, nag-pass through yung I2KI solution solvents, yung solution doon sa may cellophane bags natin. So, ganun ang nangyari sa ating semi-permeable membrane through dialysis. Nag-pass through siya. Okay, next naman natin, ito, di ba? As we can see in the results here, after 10 minutes, naging blue. Di ba? Naging blue siya. Okay, next naman natin, guys, is yung ating next. Okay. Next naman natin, guys, is yung adsorption. So we have this mixture of methylene blue, nilagyan natin ng animal charcoal. Ang nangyari doon, minix natin, finilter, and nag-yield tayo ng ating clear solution. Actually, droplet yan, guys. Kaso hindi nga lang nakita sa sobrang labo. Ang ginawa kasi ng charcoal natin is inabsorb niya yung mga methylene blue doon sa may solution. Which tendency kapag finilter mo siya, mag-yield ka ng water. Di ba? You all know this, na yung activated carbon natin is ginagamit pang treatment ng water to absorb some dirt. Kung gusto nyo matry, guys, ang adsorption method sa bahay ninyo, kuha kayo ng tubig, isang basong tubig, lagyan nyo ng betadine, and pahaluan ninyo ng biogesic. And then makikita ninyo yung discoloration process ng ng betadine and i-absorb siya ng biogesic. So, ganun yung practical applications nun. And, ba't nga ba hindi ko pinag-formula, no? Ewan ko, pero sige, try nyo sa inyong bahay. And then next is the Tyndall effect. We all familiar from this concept na magkakaroon ng scattering of light from this one. Scattering of light ang mangyayari dito sa ating natin. Ito, yung kanina lang naman. Sa case kasi na to is mixture siya, mixture and solvent, ganun. Basta. Okay, next naman natin, guys, is yung adsorption and the Tyndall effect kapag magkakaroon ng scattering of light kapag colloids. Pero kapag solution, wala. Magpapass through lang kasi hindi masyadong malalaki particles natin. They are not large enough to disperse the beam of light. So, ganun. Okay, next naman natin, guys, is the viscosity. Okay, viscosity, we are familiar to this concept. Ito yung lapot. Kalaputan ng ating liquid solution. Okay, we have these 3 samples na water and sol of ferric hydroxide and albumin. Now, ang pinakamatagal dito, ang rate dito is water yung pinakamabilis kasi it contains only H2O. While the air hydroxide, pangalawa sa pinakamabilis kasi siya ay colloids. And then pinakamabagal yung albumin kasi siya ay pinaka-viscous. Due to its, kasi nga, we all know that this one is a storage protein. It is a polypeptide chain. Ay, hindi. Basta proteins siya, guys. Storage proteins. In fourth dimensional, I think, 4D protein siya. So, quaternary protein, I should say. So, mga ganun. So, dapat, kapag mas malapot, mas mabagal, mas viscous. Okay. Okay, next naman is the non-membrane equilibrium natin. Okay, another YouTube link is attached to this. Same lang din yung nangyari dito. Binabad yung ating pan. Uy, pinanood ko pala, no? Sipag. Okay. Ang ginawa dito is binabad yung starch natin dito. Ayan. And then, binabad, after some time, siya naging blue. Okay, ano ba nangyari doon? Another principle here, pwede rin, nagkaaroon din ng semi-permeability rin through dialysis. Nagkaaroon din siya ng osmosis process. But what is the significance of non-membrane equilibrium? Now, take a look at this PDF kasi suppose that we have two membranes here. Ang mangyayari dito, guys, is, teka lang. Ang mangyayari kasi dito, okay, let's natin. Okay, let's paint. Okay, ang mangyayari kasi dito, ayan, we have this cellophane, in a cellophane. Suppose this one here is yung ating natin. Suppose this one is yung, ito yung starch natin, is yung starch, yung nakabalot dito. Ito yan. Ito yung system kasi natin dito. Ito yung system natin. Ito. And then yung I2KI natin is the potassium chloride solution. Now, after some time, ang mangyayari kasi ito, guys, kailangan niyang i-balance yung mga electrolytes doon sa may system natin. So, ang tendency nun is magpa-pass through yung KCl ion dito sa may starch natin or doon sa may sa may ating cellophane bags. Ganun yung mangyayari. But we have to consider, guys, that both system should be electrically neutral. What do I mean by electrically neutral? Okay, mangyayari doon, dapat meron kang total of 120 positive charges and 120 negative charges. So, dapat equal yung positive and negative charge. Now, in this case of this starch, suppose the hypothetical example, electrically neutral siya. And also here, so positive, 60 positive charge and 60 negative charge. So, ganun yung nangyayari sa atin. So, that's the significance of non-membrane equilibrium to achieve a charge of the ions after a osmosis has occurred. And meron naman yan sa may module ninyo. So, mga ganun bagay. And I think, tingnan nga natin if this is the ends of our discussion here. Okay. May di-discuss pa ba tayo? Okay, thank you for listening, guys. And I hope may natutunan kayo. It's ating discussion number 2 of our experiment. Now, if you have questions, kindly PM me through Messenger or dun kayo sa may group chat na mag-chat. So, thank you guys for listening and goodbye.